I'm probably gonna lose some subscribers off of this, I already know. This is one of those cold hard truths that you guys need to hear before you start the process of joining the Air Force.
This is how we do it.
The question is, can you wait for the job that you want most to become available before you sign a contract and go to basic training? So the Air Force is a corporation, and just like any other corporation, they hire for jobs that are available and are needed. The difference is the Air Force's mission is air power. That means that the jobs that are mostly available and the jobs that are mostly needed are going to be jobs that are helping their air power mission. So that's your aircraft mechanics, that's your security forces to guard the base, that's your avionics troops, your special warfare troops. Those are the jobs that are highly needed by the Air Force constantly on a day-by-day basis. And any jobs outside of that, the Air Force has them, but it doesn't mean that they're available. And so just like any other corporation that you're interested in working for, you're probably gonna go online to their website, or you're probably gonna go on some type of manpower website and see what positions that corporation has available. You can't apply for jobs that they don't have available. And it's the same for the Air Force. You guys cannot apply for jobs that aren't available. So what you guys need to be doing is go to your recruiters and say, hey, do you have a list of the most common jobs that are available month to month? And then based off of that list, those are the jobs that you should be doing research for when you're trying to figure out what kind of job list you're gonna create. So it is imperative that you guys do your research before you go to MEPS and swear into the delayed entry program. It is very imperative, it's critical, and I try to stress this over and over again. A lot of times what happens is people get dissatisfied because they thought that they were gonna get the job, the number one job or the number two job that they wanted, and come to find out they end up getting the number 10 job that they listed. If you're qualified and you listed it, you're probably gonna get something on your list, whether it's number 1 or number 10. At that point, if you get your number 10 and you're dissatisfied, that's not a foul on your recruiter, that's not a foul on the Air Force, that's a foul on you for not being familiar with the process. And here's something else to think about. The Air Force is a career. So if you're trying to join the Air Force just for a job, then that's not really a good reason to join the Air Force. Kind of make an illustration out of this. So the Air Force is a career. The Air Force would be like your car, right? So when you go to a dealership and you're looking for a car, you want something that is gonna get you from point A to point B. So whatever your point A is, that's where you're at now. Whatever your point B is, that's where you wanna get. And your car is gonna take you there. The job is gonna be like the wheels of the car. The wheels, it doesn't matter, how they look, but the wheels will get you there. That's the job. Some of you guys are more worried about how the wheels look instead of how the car works.
This my baby, man. It's off the hook. You like that, huh?
Yeah, I do.
Got them 20s on there. Them 20s, I just got them.
Them ain't 20s, but it's off the hook.
Them are 20s, man. Nah, they 10s. I bought them from somebody, but they nice, though.
Yeah, they cool.
There's a reason why you wanted to join the Air Force. The jobs that the Air Force has, there's other corporations besides the military who has these jobs available. So why are you trying to do them in the Air Force? That's the real answer that we need to dig down to. Why are you trying to do this job in the Air Force? And that is probably going to be way more important than the actual job. Don't go to the recruiter's office expecting to get your number one job unless you bring some type of value to the Air Force. A lot of you guys have no qualifications. You're coming in straight out of high school, or maybe you did a couple years of college, but you have no actual qualifications for the job that you want to do. And you're trying to demand that the Air Force get you the job that you want. But if you do have some type of value that you can bring to the Air Force, like you have some type of certification, or maybe you have some type of degree in an actual job, you can probably use that as leverage to get a job that you desire. But if you don't have that stuff, then you're really not in any position to demand the Air Force get you your number one job. And it sucks. Like, I hate to say it because we all wish as recruiters that we can get you your number one job, but it's just not possible. Also, you guys are gonna hear other people say, and I'm sure there's somebody watching this video who's actually told their recruiter they're not taking a job and they're gonna wait until they get their number one job pick. And sometimes this happens. I can't deny that this doesn't happen. There are some recruiters who are like, all right, we already invested, I like you, and we're gonna let you wait. but that is not the norm. I mean, as a recruiter, I didn't do that, and most recruiters don't. And I have a really big heart. Like, I'm always trying to take care of people, but I didn't do that because if I did that for you, I have to do it for everyone, and it's just going to mess up my business. So that when you hear people saying that, or if you were the one who actually did that, that is not good advice to spread on to the other people, because if somebody started doing that to me, what I would do is just discharge them from my delayed entry program. I would say, you know what, I already mentioned how the job process works prior to you starting this process, and now you're being shady. Like, it's not me being shady. I was very honest and accurate up front, and now you're being the shady one. You already knew the process, and now you're trying to change on me. So I don't have time for applicants like that. I'm sorry. We're gonna discharge you from the delayed entry program. And that's what most recruiters would do if you tried that. So it's not, I wouldn't recommend it.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
But if you did find yourself in a situation where it worked out for you and you were able to wait, then congratulations. But do not think that that is the norm. That is not a normal process, nor is it a process that you should be giving people advice about if it worked for you. Because what you're gonna do is you're gonna tell somebody that, they're gonna think that they got the cheat code or they got the secrets to the game. They go to their recruiter, try to play hardball, and the recruiter's like, hey, you're out of my delayed entry program. So you're really just gonna end up getting somebody in a worse position than they were already in. I do have a tip for you though. If you were trying to wait, if you didn't like the job that you had, this isn't a guarantee, but this is something that you can present to your recruiter and they might accept your offer. If you were to provide somebody to fill the job that you were supposed to accept originally, I don't see why your recruiter wouldn't accept that. But like I say, it's not a guarantee, and that's a lot of work on you to go out there and find someone to fill a job that you didn't want. That's the chances of it happening are going to be like almost slim to none. But if you were able to swing it, I'm sure your recruiter wouldn't mind. Now with the Air National Guard and the Air Force Reserve, their job process is a little bit different. They already have all the jobs that they know they're going to be hiring for the year. So when you go to a Reserve or Air National Guard recruiter and you ask what they have available, they can show you right now, this is what we have. And if you qualify for it at MEPS, I can get you the job. So that is a different job process than active duty. But even with that process, there's still no guarantee that you can get the #1 job that you want. Because let's say you go to MEPS, you don't score the right ASVAB, you can't get that job. Let's say you go to MEPS, you don't get the right physical, you can't get that job. Let's say you go to MEPS, you do everything, but then the job was taken from someone else and now the job isn't available anymore. You still can't get that job. Also, the #1 job that people wanted when they came to see me when I recruited was a medical job. If I could get a dime for everybody who wanted a medical job, I could probably be a millionaire. But those jobs are the most uncommon jobs. We never really have those jobs available. So if you're really interested in a medical career in the Air Force, why not try to go the nursing route? Most of the time when people want the medical job, they want to be a nurse. But they don't have the credentials, like you don't have the schooling to be a nurse. So you just kind of take like a medical technician job. But the Air Force actually has a really cool program called the Nurse Enlisted Commissioning Program. If you join the enlisted side, you can later in your career apply for the Nurse Enlisted Commissioning Program. And I actually made a video about it. It was one of my first videos when I first started, so it is a little raw, but the information is really good. And if you want to learn about that, then you can watch that video right now. Like I always say, I hope this video brought value to you. Stay beautiful, stay classy, and until next time, check me out.